All right, well, joining me now for a roundtable discussion on how AI is reshaping creative industries. It's my pleasure to welcome Jeanne Le Peillet. So I want to make sure I get your last name right. Please say it again for me. Jeanne Le Peillet. You are the CEO, of course, of Beink Dream. Now that's a visual collaboration platform, correct? That is reimagining how artists and brands harness AI to tell powerful and original stories. Thanks for joining me on set.
Thank you.
And we're also joined as well by Catherine Martel, Director of Brand Innovation and Growth at Haus. Now this indeed is a play-based marketing agency where you lead innovation, and this is where creativity meets strategy. So we got a lot going on here. It's wonderful. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
All right, and of course we have our tech trends editor, Rudy Ruitenberg, who's really going to help us here to really bring this whole roundtable discussion to fruition. But firstly, I'd like to open up and just ask a bit about how Beink Dream is all about blending creativity and tech. So can you walk us through a bit about how AI is integrating into your creative process? What are we seeing?
Well, Beink Dream is really about how to radically change the collaborative system between big companies and their suppliers. So we are here to empower people who has ideas, to visualize them instantly in real time and make everyone agreed on, okay, I see what you mean and I really see it here.
Wonderful.
So Catherine, can you tell us a little bit more about Haus as well?
We're what happens when a marketing agency has a baby with a gaming studio. We really believe in the power of play and that it's the best way for brands to foster deep relationship with their consumers because that's how we learn, that's how we create belonging. So we decided to integrate game design principle into our brand building practices and really create these experiences that consumers can play.
So it's gamification of interaction with consumers. So how does that work? Can you give a little bit of a specific example of how that might work?
Yeah, well, Red Bull is one of our clients, and because they want to foster a deep relationship with the gaming sphere, they, go through athletes, but watching somebody play a video game can be sometimes very passive. So we created a new type of competition on Twitch where the army was the followers. So they had to join in on their streamer to help them play different games, earn points, energy points, and so we could crown the most engaged community. So that's kind of how we built deep engagement.
So you're really rolling that into esports?
We're on the fringe of esports. I think there is a massification of gaming, and it's not just about deep performance and the hardcore, and you might have this idea of who is, a gamer, but it's a lot of people. You're probably a gamer yourself if you're playing Candy Crush.
I confirm that I am a gamer.
So it's all about accessibility and making these gaming principles accessible to all brands so they can create that play dynamic with their users.
Jeanne, I'm just going to turn back to you and just to ask a little bit about how that would, you're saying you're using AI to bring creators together. How does that work? So I have a video idea. I want to educate people about climate change. How does it work?
Okay. So we don't just use AI, we developed our own AI internally because we are a team of 8 engineers and PhDs. And in AI too, sorry. So I will take a real example about our customers. We are working with a big company in retail and they work with many suppliers. And for instance, they have Groupe Pochet, who is the suppliers in creating perfume flasks. Mm-hmm. And so they can collaborate together visually to understand the brief of what they want and to challenge the brief. Okay, you want this mood board applied, okay, let's see instantly what you have in mind and let it evolve, because when you see what you have in mind, you have many new ideas and you want to explore them in real time quickly to be sure that the one you choose is the best one.
And so AI obviously has its positives in that, as you mentioned, it's a tool that allows you to immediately visualize something. How do you deal with the electricity footprint? How do you make sure that you have an overall net positive impact?
Yeah, on several part, we are really engaged into reduce the carbon footprint of AIs. We work with the Sky. The Sky is the Sorbonne Center of Artificial Intelligence, and we are working on AI non-biased and also frugality of AI. And we are 40 times less impactful than ChatGPT just with the text part, so imagine with the image part. And we are also really regarding the intellectual property of what you create with AI. And as Beink is an iterative process, at each step you have human action, meaning you can draft on it directly, okay, I want this. So you can claim the property of your images.
And as long as you can make the creative process more efficient, then it's worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Catherine, what is the biggest shift that AI has brought in how brands connect to each other?
I would say it's the speed to market and the prototyping. We've been integrating AI in our creative practice because it is a way for us to expand story worlds in ways that we had not thought of. And an example would be for a recent campaign we did with a French studio. They wanted to have this experience outside their game, and we created a chatbot that was kind of an NPC from the game in the real world.
That's still linked into the gaming world?
Not connected directly to the game itself, but to the story world. So we brought this character on a web platform, and we had this AI chatbot, and that NPC became kind of a Sherpa for a marketing campaign. So it was chatting and it was always in conversation with the players if they were lost, if they needed help, because we were sending them on quests. They had to complete different tasks together to unlock exclusive content about the game and progress into the marketing campaign. So I'd say it's really for brands that want to be more conversational. It's also allowing for different parts of the lore of the brand to be explored. I mean, using video and the cinematic quality of what we can do with AI, it's really spectacular. And in this specific campaign with Don't Not, we were able to actually produce almost 50% or more of our campaign asset during the campaign. It allowed us to listen to our consumers and to the players, what they liked, the theories they had about the game, and then really kind of use that as a tool for fan co-creation.
Yeah, so basically really building the brand and creating that tie with the users, or the gamers in this case, I guess. We've seen some amazing AI tools recently in content creation. I'm thinking of the Google VO3 presentation, astounding photorealistic video creation. What do you think are going to be the most, and that'll be a question for the both of you, what do you think will be the most important tools in the next, 6 months to 12 months to 18 months in AI content creation? Jeanne?
Well, of course, Beink Dream, no. I think the one of us who will really perform in this domain is the one who focus on AI, artificial intelligence, for human intelligence, because it's only the collaboration between human and AI that we will be able to achieve really great things and great technologies too.
Yeah, it's very much a theme that we've been hearing around VivaTech, that it's actually the human-machine combination that makes things better, not just the AI. Catherine?
I think if we can find a way for brands to use, private data spaces to train their own AI, so we can really create with privacy, and I think in the world of IP, it's something really interesting. If you're able to really extend the world through different characters that can tell new stories about your world that you hadn't thought of, if you can train it the right way in a very protected way, I think it's all about these new opportunities for people to discover their favorite brands and IP, and maybe even take part and co-create with them.
Just very quickly, if a content creator wants to use AI to get into the content creation business, what's your advice?
My advice is what I give to all the users of my solution is to not forget that the strongest part of us human is our ideas. So it's not the best thing you can have with AI is how you will feed it. It's super important. I mean, two people using ChatGPT without the same input, you have definitely not the same output. So think about what is your strongest part of you as a human and how you can bring your ideas into the AI.
I think a lot of people are asking themselves, how can I stay authentic as I use AI, especially brands or creators? And I think that's something we need to reflect on. What is authenticity in this era? Because I don't think it matters that much in a way. If you look at Gen Z and the way they use AI as companion, as their therapist, it's not necessarily about the look or the experience, it's about the quality of where it leads them and what they get out of it. So I think the advice would be experiment and find your own true voice in that new space, because authenticity is shifting and you need to have a point of view on what is your true self and how are you comfortable to expand it into this really fantastic new playground.
All right, well, thank you very much. And I think AI, but with the human factor, can't get around it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, wonderful. Well, Rudy, thank you very much for taking us through our roundtable discussion on creative industries. I appreciate it, and thank you both for joining us here on VivaTech News. Thanks.